think we all know that 5 minutes will go very quickly, so I'll do my best to get through this. Thank you very much to the organisers for allowing me to speak today. So I'm sure, speaking to a rare disease crowd, we all understand that the rare disease community is probably more likely to be underserved when it comes to accessing research opportunities and new treatments. And coming at this from cystic fibrosis, we are quite fortunate in that we have had a number of kind of new treatments and research coming to the fore, but we are acutely aware that there are subgroups within cystic fibrosis, and I'm sure within other rare diseases as well, who are additionally disadvantaged when it comes to accessing new therapies, new treatments, new research opportunities. So this could be people with the sort of rarer genetics, people from minority ethnic backgrounds or lower socioeconomic backgrounds. So in terms of, this is just a kind of overview of some areas in terms of tackling equality, diversity and inclusion in research participation. First of all, understanding who is underserved in the community and what barriers they face is really key to understanding and identifying ways to support people, and would really encourage thinking about both national and local patient demographics, because it can vary by region. Really thinking about how you can be clear in communicating about how different accessibility needs would be met within research and within trials. So not waiting for people to bring their barriers to you as a research professional or a clinician, and where certain accommodations can be made, being upfront about how you can support people to participate. So provision of mobile technology equipment, data plans if they're submitting data, being clear about cost reimbursement for participation and how that would be excised, etc. And really, there's no one approach to spreading awareness about research and trial opportunities. So really using that variable approach is really important in spreading the word. And look at trusted information sources. So it may not be the same for everyone. Some people may have a really good relationship with their clinical team or healthcare provider, other patients not so much. Think about digital exclusion as well, so people who may not find out about research opportunities online or through social media, and alternative ways to spread the message about research that is applicable to them. Developing more inclusive materials. So this could include lowering the reading age of materials about clinical trials, participant information sheets. I think the average reading age in the UK is something like age 12. Also, not everybody is health literate or scientifically literate, and really acknowledging that when developing resources about clinical trials and research, thinking about simpler language and definitions, and also varying the communication style. So rather than huge blocks of text, whether you can break that up with some visual styles or even audio, are translations needed in some cases? And when sharing participant stories, also think about diversity within those, and so that they're more reflective of the wider community. And we've recently undergone a James Lind Alliance Research Priorities refresh, and as part of that exercise, we were really considering both people who have their priorities have changed due to new research developments, new treatments, but also those who have yet to benefit within the cystic fibrosis community from new research. So our top refresh priority is actually for people who haven't been able to benefit from CFTR modulator therapies. And for those that may have not really had research opportunities available to them, they might be quite unengaged when it comes to reading about clinical trials or research. 1 minute to go. And so it's really about how you can re-engage those people through being more targeted in the information that you're putting out to those groups. So again, in the case of cystic fibrosis, people who haven't been eligible to participate in CFTR modulator trials, it's about how we're re-engaging those through more targeted information about upcoming research and upcoming trials that would be applicable to those groups. And really, it's about thinking about diversity and inclusivity from the get-go. So at the point that you're thinking about designing research and designing trials, as a medical research charity, we can make strides in terms of encouraging those considerations among research and clinical teams through research grant application processes, in terms of reviewing protocols and recruitment plans, and ensuring that there's diversity considerations within that. And within research and clinical teams, it's really about thinking about what training might be. Can I carry on for a couple of minutes? Not 2 minutes, that's too long. Think about what training needs might be required. So to give research teams the confidence in sort of considerately and sensitively engaging with people from all walks of life. And finally, it's also about involving the community that you're looking to serve through research and making sure that you've got diverse lived experience and diverse patient voices feeding into the trial design stage. So I will stop there. I'm sorry to go over.